All right, here we go. Large components, those over there. Main part of the airbox. This looks like the plexiglass cover, still protected from scratching. Instruction manual for those of you that actually use instructions. In this case, I will, because it's just kind of the way I am. Sticker. And then this is important for getting your car smogged. So you need to add this on because it has basically the ID or license number for them to sell a legal, smog legal device in California without, when you alter your car. Sound good? Okay, here we go. Here is a flexible boot. Looks like a urethane boot of some sort. Nice. Another flexible joint of some sort. Lots of clamps, keep things on tight with hardware. Good, good, good. Okay, this looks like the actual intake with, yeah, looks like this would be dual intake here. Okay, we'll learn more about that later. All right, and there we have it. Okay, we've got the truck pulled in and we're gonna get ready to start pulling things apart. Let's go over here. My shop helper for the day. What do you think, Ryder? Okay, part list. All right, looks like we got everything. Obviously I won't know with fasteners until I count them, but I'm not gonna do that. All right, step one. Disconnect negative battery cable on the driver's side. Disconnect electrical connection for the temp sensor, okay? And then loosen the hose clamps. All right, so before we need to start, we need to look at the tools required. 8mm, 10mm, 13mm wrench and socket, pin removal tool or flat blade screwdriver, a 7/16 wrench and socket, 5/16 nut driver or flat blade screwdriver, and a Phillips. Okay, well, we got all that stuff. All right, first order of business, remove. Always put the nuts back so you don't lose them. All right. Okay, step two, disconnect sensor over here. Okay, red clip, and boom. That's loose. Loosen the hose clamp connecting the tube to the airbox here, and then remove intake from here. So there's one, there's one. Okay, and once we got this loose, go ahead and pop it off. And pop this off. Put it to the side. All right, next, we need to remove the crankcase vent tube from the airbox. All right, easy enough, that's this guy. Okay, that pops off very easily. Okay, remove airbox by carefully pulling the airbox up out of the 4 pins of the airbox tray. And yeah, so it should pull straight up. Okay, that was remarkably easy. No big thing. Okay. All right, remove 7 screws securing the wheel liner using an 8mm socket, then remove the 3 push pins. S&B has supplied new panel pins in the event the OEM pins are damaged during removal. Okay. Calls for a little more light on the subject. Just trying to spot all of these. All right. Okay, last screw out. And now we got to get this guy out. That one, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Oop, 8mm. Oh joy. Okay, just a couple more bolts left. We gotta get them out of the way. Oh, looks like we gotta get rid of this. Okay. There's 1, 2, and here's number 3 over here. And these are a pain in the ass. Absolute pain in the ass. Okay, wheel well is out. And just to show you, there's also a wire stuck, or a wire harness on the back of the wheel well, so you've got to pop that sucker off too. All right, looks good. Those push pins are the worst part of it. Okay, we are going to remove 1, 2 bolts to get rid of the rest of the air cleaner box mounts. And there it goes. Okay, insert supplied grommet D into the airbox. Alright, 10. Insert the air inlet tube S onto the airbox. Okay, finishing up, tightening up 1/4 bolts that are holding the actual snorkel on. Alright, just a little bit awkward in one spot down here. These have washers and lock washers on them. Keep them rattling off. Okay, now, according to the instructions, we will basically just carefully install the airbox into the truck at the angle as shown. Basically, just means remove that. And this goes here. Okay, there we go. Okay, using the OE bolt, secure the airbox assembly to the frame. That bolt is plenty long. All right, we're gonna come back in here. This one is gonna get bolted in there. So, go back, grab one of these guys. All right, yep, and it goes. All right, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Okay, there's that. Bolt, bolt. Reinstall the wheel liner using 5 of the OE screws in 3 supplied panel pins. Reinstall wire harness connector to the inner wheel liner and skip to should be number 17, but you know. Okay, the wheel well is in. All the clips are in. All the screws are in. They just need to be finished tightened. And now these 1/4 bolts go right back up into here. And basically, they have to bolt to here, but I have to get a nut for the other side. Okay, good and tight. Insert the S&B filter onto the adapter tube H and secure the hose clamp. Okay, there we go. Air cleaner on. Okay. Obviously that goes on there. Bolts. Install the clear lid using supplied 5/16 stainless steel screws and rubber washers. Okay, we are on the home stretch. We've peeled off the protective covering on the clear cover. We have our stainless steel bolts here with the washers, the rubber washers already on them, and we'll use just a hand screwdriver to put them on so we don't break anything. There is a little bit of a gap around the outside, not a big deal. Just try to get it so that it's a consistent gap. Check, make sure they're all tight. That one's good. There we go. You don't want to over tighten these rubber washers. Okay, there we go. Okay, now we got to take off the OEM temp sensor here. Okay, there we go. We got it. Safe. And okay, here we go. This is pretty straightforward. The grommet in, and then this will clip right in. Okay, there we go. And just twist it. Orient it vertical. There we go. Boom. Okay, second set of instructions. This right here, hose clamps, big hose clamps. And we put the other tube over here. Tighten just slightly. Okay, good. All right, this will go over the throttle body with the narrower side down, so smaller and bigger. Okay, we'll pre-tighten this a little bit. All right, one thing I'm going to do so this looks better is to loosen this, rotate it, so they're both on the top. Okay, make sure those are on tight. And other than that, we're pretty good. And we need to get this back on here. First, we're going to finish tightening that with a manual screwdriver. Okay, and last piece of the puzzle is pop that back in, lock it, and technically we're good to go. Except one thing I did forget was to pop the one wire harness back in place, which is down over here. So let's do that now. Here it is. Pretty easy and straightforward. There we go. And it's good. And there we have it. The S&B cold air intake, and ready for its first test drive.